Been a lot of drama so far, but here we jump into the top board where it's the two joint leaders, Olexandr Bortnyk and Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. Bortnyk is putting his money where his mouth is by playing the JOBAVA London system, an opening close to his heart. He's just released a course on it, and he was working on that course with Daniel Naroditsky. So yeah, his favorite opening and something you've dabbled in yourself, Simon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I have done a course on this and I've looked at it. I don't play it as much nowadays, but it's a very nice way to play. It's quite a simple system from white, and you can see that Bortnyk has pushed the H-pawn up the board. This is kind of a modern way of doing things. If you take the knight now, there's a check with a queen maybe, so it doesn't double the pawns necessarily, but it's this kingside advance, which is a way that white tries to get some edge, and quite like white's position here. Two bishops, more space on that side of the board. And especially that light square bishop I like of white's. You could even throw it in now, but simply c3, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it just looks like a improved London system.
Yeah.
The point of this H-pawn push as well is quite nice. Like, maybe not easy right now, but if the white knight is able... Okay, there you go. He does jump in. If it's able to entrench itself on e5, black is reluctant to ever push the pawn to f6 to kick it away later, because there will be holes, outposts. Maxime Vachier-Lagrave doesn't really play these blocked kind of centers so often. He's more of a Grunfeld player. He likes a bit of fluidity. So I do think he'll be a bit uncomfortable here, but he's playing super fast. He's saying to Bortnyk, you can bring your queen out, you can try and attack me, but I will find a way to defend.
Scary though, very, very scary for black. I mean, white's pieces are all positioned nicely on the king side, and you can start looking at sacrifices, bringing the queen in. I really like this idea, David, which you pointed out. The threat is bishop takes pawn, and now this is a very committal move. The queen can just shuffle back, maybe even jump in, and there's a lot of holes in black's position.
Yeah, it's just a horrible looking position for MVL. He doesn't kind of face too many knockout blows. Maybe he'll just move his king out the way. There we go. But yeah, it's just, if white had a knight, anything he could do for a knight now, just to put it on this square, it would be game over. We still take the bishops here, though. Bortnyk has to decide in the meantime which side to castle. Probably he's going to go this way now after moving his rook. I do wonder whether the plan long-term is to move the queen out the way, even push the g-pawn. Do you think he's going to play this positionally, slowly, or is he going to get aggressive now, Bortnyk?
Well, I would have thought with that last rook coming in from white that he's going to play it a bit positional. I mean, it's a good position for white, but you need to break here. You can't win this position without doing a pawn break. And I really like the pawn break you mentioned. There's maybe another one you can prepare, the e4 break, like especially now that the position's been closed a little bit. But you'd need to break in order to win. And MVL trying to swap pieces off to make his position easier to play here. I mean, what do you do here, David? Maybe f3? I don't know. Maybe rook e1. Options.
Options indeed. He keeps the tension, moves his queen forward. I quite liked your pawn breaks. There's also a question of whether you ever want to break this side of the board, although black will most likely, there we go, not capture on white's terms. The longer this goes on, and the longer it stays blocked, though, MVL might start fancying his chances. The black knight might start rerouting its way round towards a side that maybe matters a bit more, where he has more targets, more squares. If white does nothing, then maybe he'll just continue pushing on the queen side, create some open lines for the black pieces to come down. I do think Bortnyk's clock situation isn't great right now. 2 minutes 20, 1 minute 20 down. And he does eventually go for this plan, which is maybe hard to achieve. And okay, his idea was actually to trade off and open up the E-line for a backward pawn to be stared at. I don't like this, though. Where's the white bishop ever going?
Yeah, I mean, but you got this lovely e-file. I mean, I guess you can try moving the bishop to c2, later playing g4. I'm quite surprised MVL took on f4, personally. I thought that he would avoid doing that. But you like black here, David, right?
Yeah, I think it's just a time thing as well. Like, white needs a few moves. White needs, like, one move to move the rook, then a few more to move the bishop round. And even then, it's not creating any threats. I do think black's play is quite quick here. Like, the pawns are coming. The rook is coming.
Yeah, black's creating that counter chances quickly. So white trying to home in on that one weakness in the middle. But look, MVL has moved his rook straight in. And you're right about that bishop. Look at white's bishop. It's a really bad piece. Black's knight has some potential later on to maneuver itself around, but there's not really any chances for that bishop.
And yeah, just one weakness for black. He can hold everything with his rook alone, while the other rook goes hunting on the other side of the board. Potentially this pawn is weak. He could go after the isolated A pawn. I just think MVL, when he's in the flow, like, for me, it's all about the flow state with him. Sometimes he overthinks and then he loses his time advantage and things go wrong. But when he's in the flow, he's so difficult to stop. And it feels like he's just, I mean, he's barely moved since we've seen him. He's just feeling it right now. He's going to bring his knight round.
Yeah, that's very nice maneuvering. He spotted a weakness, that white pawn, and he's going for it. And this is the difference between the knight and the bishop. That knight can maneuver. You might have to come back to defend now for a little bit, but you have that potential in the long term to maneuver the knight, which gives you better chances. You also have the open file, and he's grabbed the pawn, though.
Whoa.
Risky pawn to grab.
That is a scary one to grab, because the white queen will now or soon get access round the back. The black king is in a mating net. It's in the kill box now, but he is a pawn up. And he's hitting another pawn, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. This is a big risk, though. He's gambling that Bortnyk doesn't have time to take advantage, and a passive move. Yeah,
it looked like bringing the queen all the way up might have been the way to do this. And the evaluation bar is now saying that black is winning, but I can't see the win myself. Where is it, David? You're
He's a pawn up. He doesn't need the win immediately. What's he going to do? I don't see it either.
I can't see it. MVL, is he feeling something here? I mean, is he just going to try to go for another pawn here? Big game. You win this, you're in the lead on your own. You're favourite to win the whole competition. Okay, he's bringing the knight around. Crafty.
Yeah, the knight's actually going to remove Harry the H pawn here, which is very important. It does trap the black king, that pawn, and the knight might just continue its journey. It won't stop there. It might continue jumping in. It does hold as well. Everything in the center. I agree. Bortnyk, it's so uncharacteristic for him not to bring his queen in earlier. There were some ideas of going around the back and delivering a nasty checkmate, but now the white queen is super passive. And there we go. The pawn drops off.
Yeah, and MVL is the one who's going to be attacking soon. His knight, as you pointed out, has a great hole to dump into, and the rook can come down as well. It's looking very good for MVL. He must have won this before, MVL. He's a great player. But
yeah, he has a decent score, decent history in Titled Tuesday, but it's been a while since we saw him consistently win them. And watch out, there's checkmate threats on the H-file. We've seen a few of those this week. What to do? White is powerless. The bishop, the queen, they're just so bad.
15 seconds, it's all over. Yeah, he just resigns. Oof. Great result for MVL. Big favourite to take